Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will solve a scenario-based SQL interview question. First, let us go through the question. So we have to write a query to find the customers who have placed more than one order and the total amount spent by that particular customer. For that, we have created two tables. The first table is the order info table and the second table is the customer info table. Let us query the table and see what is the schema. So this is the order info table which has order ID, customer ID, order date and the amount spent by each order ID and customer. And then we have the customer info table which has customer ID, customer name and the country corresponding to that particular customer. Now we have to write a query to find the customer who have placed more than one order and the total amount spent by that particular customer. I have created the expected output in Excel. Let us go and take a look at that, what we are trying to obtain. So here is the input table that we saw. This is the order info table and this is the customer info table. And we have to find a result where we have the customer ID and customer name for customer who placed more than one order and the total amount spent by that particular customer. Now going through the order info table, we can see that customer 101 has placed two order corresponding to order ID 1 and corresponding to order ID 3. Customer 101 has placed orders. And corresponding to that, the total amount will be 250 plus 300, which will give us 550. And when going through the remaining record, we can see that order ID 2, the customer corresponding to that order ID is 102 and he is not placing any other order. So he only placed one order. Similarly, customer ID 103 is also placing only one order, that is order ID corresponding to 4. Now, it is obvious that in our result, we should only have customer ID 101, customer name should be Alice, that can be obtained from the customer info table, and the total amount spent by that particular customer. Now we will see how to solve this query using two different methods. The first method will be using group by and having clause. So this will be the solution one. So the method will be using group by and having clause. Let us see how we can do that. We will start with a select clause, select, and we are taking the records from order info table, order underscore info table, and now we will give an alias name for the table as O. Now we will write a join condition to create a join between the order table and the customer info table. So we will write a left join customer info table. So we are creating join with the customer info table, and the join condition will be based on customer ID column, that is O dot customer ID equal C dot customer ID. So this will be the join condition. Now we will take only required column from both the table. So from the order table we require customer ID and amount. O dot customer ID. Now we require the sum of amount spent by each customer. For that we will use the sum aggregate function, and amount is taken from the order info table, that is O dot amount as total amount, and we will get the customer name from the customer info table. So C dot customer name will be obtained from the customer info table. Now we have to write a group by clause. Group by, copy the customer ID and customer name from the select clause, paste it here. Now we are going to write the having clause. Having count of O dot order ID should be greater than 1. That is, the customer should have placed more than one order. Now execute this and see what is the result we are getting. Execute, and we have the result where we have customer ID, customer name and the total amount spent by that particular customer who placed more than one order. This is the first method. So this method was based on group by and having clause, that is group by and having clause. Now we will move on to the second method. So the second solution will be based on subquery. Solution 2. Let us start with a select clause. Select. Here also we are obtaining the order related info from the order info table, that is from order underscore info, and we will give an alias name as O. Then we are going to create the same join condition, that is left join the customer info table. Customer info table, alias name is C on O dot customer ID equal C dot customer ID. And now we are going to obtain the required columns. So the first column we require is the customer ID column, O dot customer ID. And the second column we require is the customer name that will be obtained from the customer info table, C dot customer name. And now we require the total amount, sum of O dot amount as total amount, total underscore amount. Now we are going to count the number of orders made by each customer. For that, count of O dot order underscore ID. It is not order underscore ID, it is order ID. Order ID, close parenthesis, and this will be count of orders. Now we are going to write a group by clause. Group by, copy the same column we mentioned in the select clause. Copy this, paste it here. Now we are going to place this entire query inside parenthesis because we are going to consider this query as the subquery. And on top of this query, we are going to write another select clause. Select, we require customer ID, customer. Now we require customer name. And the third column which we require is the total amount, total underscore amount. And this is taken from the subquery. And now we will give an alias name for the subquery as well, that is customer underscore order will be the alias name for the subquery. And now after that we will write a where clause, where count of orders should be greater than 1. So this is the query which is based on subquery. Execute this and see what is the result we are getting. Execute and we will get the same result. We have customer ID, customer name, and total amount spent by that particular customer who placed more than one order. So this method is based on subquery. The same query can be converted into a query using CTE by making small slight changes that also I can show you in the same session. So we will convert this query into a query which is written based on CTE. We will copy the same query, paste it here, copy the select which is based on the subquery. So instead of subquery, we will consider this subquery as a CTE now with customer underscore order as. Now remove this alias name which we gave it to the subquery, paste it here. Now instead of referencing the previous query or the subquery, we are going to reference the CTE. So customer underscore order will be the CTE name. So execute this and we should get the same result. So we have the same result. So here we used another technique which is the CTE, that is common table expression. This will be solution 3 in which we made use of CTE concept. So this is the third solution. So these are the 3 methods by which we can solve the question. The schema to create the table will be provided in the description. You can copy the schema from there. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more. Thank you.